We ain't got any more time to waste. Let's get this thing started. Miyako Arima. Definitely a polarizing character within Melty Blood type Lumina. You have the players who think she's extremely fun to use because of her Bajikuan martial arts style. She'll definitely remind you of the likes of Akira Yuki in Virtua Fighter, Yun in Street Fighter, Leo in Tekken, or Kokoro in Dead or Alive. Then you have the type Lumina player base who thinks she can fuck off until the end of time because they've either gotten crossed up by her overhead JB way too many times, or her rushdown is just simply ridiculous to deal with, and that's why a lot of people don't like playing against her. I'm a tertiary Miyako main, so I will be the first to tell you this character is very insane. Hence the thumbnail you saw. And then you have a vast majority of the type Luminous player base who think that all Miyako mains are a joke and degenerates because they witness Sleepy Crest and other grown-ass adults openly admit that they would mating press a prepubescent child 2 months ago on Melty Blood Twitter. You would have thought that Hook Gang God was lying about Miyako Lolicon player base being utter degenerates, but no, he wasn't. I could literally spend this entire video bloating it with all sorts of Miyako degeneracy and reasons as to why I didn't want to play the character at first, but one, that's not what we're here for, and two, I opted against Googling images of that build, so hell no. With that in mind, I have to make this obligatory comment. Not even Under Night In-Birth, Lin and Mika players were this bad. Granted, those two had their fair share of Lolicon too, but they were not in as much of a sheer abundance as Miyako Lolicon are. Seriously. I digressed. I'm sorry, I digressed way too much. Let's get into the video because talking about this is just disgusting. Alright folks, time to get the job done. Yes, you know what, screw the player 1 side. We are doing the player 2 side. Why? Because it is imperative we do all of our combos facing left so that we can flex. Sort of. Yeah. First of all, oh, don't you worry, I'll be doing a tutorial on this character too. Stay tuned. We're gonna pick Miyako. Yes, I have her, your eyes don't deceive you, I have her cosplaying as Akatsuki Blitzcamp. Why? Solely for the sake of the fucking memes. Cause why wouldn't you do it for the memes? It is all about the memes. And I think to exploit her weakness with her normals, I was gonna do Noel, but nah. I'll stick with Flavi. Why? Cause for some reason or another, Percival fan on Twitter loves the hell out of this man, and I don't know why. Now, I honestly do hope that you enjoy this as much as I do. Let's get this thing done, shall we? Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty by starting off what kind of character Miyako is. She is a rushdown character in every sense of the word. She's light, she's fast, she's speedy, and she has a shit ton of ways to put you through the blender. She can hurt you from mid-screen, from mid-screen, from the corners, very specific setups. She's got it all. She can, unlike a vast majority of the cast, she also has the ability to combo off throws. Now granted, she's not on some Marvel type of stuff where she can get ridiculous TLDs off of throws, because the damage that you get from comboing off of her throws is actually significantly reduced than just doing the combos just rough, rugged, and raw like you would usually do in an actual match. But fortunately, with this strength of her being an up-close and personal rushdown fighter, she does have her fair share of weaknesses, which I will make sure to showcase in this video. Now, unfortunately, with strength there comes weakness. Her biggest weakness is that she pretty much has her T-Rex normals, and by that I mean her reach is insignificant and extremely short compared to the rest of the cast. Her longest reaching normal might be 2C, but even that's a bit of a stretch because here in this entire cast you've got maids, a fruit slicer, someone from another dimension, and vampires, and here I am playing as a freaking 6th player. I mean, I'll showcase it in this fight right here. Let's set Flav to dummy. Let's have him jump up and down and get at me. You see that? He's able to attack me from all the way over there, and I'm struggling to even get it from that distance. Now again, this is her biggest weakness, but she more than makes up with her weakness with her strength, and that's definitely her rush down and her attack speed. I mean, come on, don't you see this B? This B is definitely one of the fastest, if not the fastest B normals in the game. I'll break down how to work around her short-reaching normals later on in the video, so I'll definitely make sure to leave the timestamps below in the comment section or in the description, and we'll get this thing done. Believe me, it'll be fun. Now, given that I don't have much matchup knowledge with Miyako, since she is my tertiary main after all, I'm going to explain the best I can how to properly utilize offense with her to either approach your opponent or make your opponent approach you. I'll do my best to ensure that you have a proper offense, that way you're not just air dashing with no real sincere game plan whatsoever. One thing I want to apologize in advance is for the constant stuttering, or if I lose train of thought. Again, one of my biggest weaknesses as a content creator is that there is no script. I never write anything down in any of my videos. Everything's usually just off the cuff and exactly how it is. So I apologize in advance that I don't sound professional like I'm supposed to. With that being said, let's actually venture into this guy. Now, outside of approaching your opponent from the ground and having the same attack plan as nearly everybody else in the game, which is just air dash, and jump B, that's pretty much a staple for a Miyako player. You can also go 2-1-4 and hold either A or B, which is one of her armor moves. Or you can just skip neutral entirely and go for 2-2A, 2-2B, or 2-2C. It's pretty much her offensive approach in neutral in a nutshell. Now, as far as Miyako's aerial approach is concerned, the only normal you're really only going to be using is JB. It's an overhead, it crosses up people, it's really all you need. But the main reason I say that is because of the following. You remember what I said earlier in the video, right? How her short limbs make it so that her normals are stubby? The same is also applied to her JC and her JA. I guarantee you that when you pick up this character, unless you're going for the usual BC aerial throw, JB is all that you're going to be using in neutral. Air neutral, I mean. With this in mind, one of Miyako's biggest strengths is again her aerial approach. She's really fast in the air. Even though a lot of characters will just snipe you out of it with either 3C or 2-2A, 2-2B, so on and so forth, or just anti-air, she's definitely super fast in the air. That's why you see a lot of Miyako's just air dashing and air dashing, because that's where she reigns supreme. Now, let's say your opponent likes to sweep a lot, right? Well, given how you can use her stubby normals to your advantage, and you could definitely go and you could definitely punish her. I mean, you could definitely punish your opponent's sweeps with either her JB or her JC, one of the two. Now, we'll talk about how to go about approaches with her armor. So let's say you go up against a character like CL or Blob or Roa, as they have moves that can reach far across the screen. You might be thinking, what am I gonna do? I've got these T-Rex ass limbs and my moves are very short. Well, there's always the option of being cheap and skipping neutral via armor. Enter her 214A and B, which are her armor moves. The only thing that's really worth mentioning about her armor, it's that her armor is unlimited until her punch has a hitbox. So basically she's pretty much invulnerable until her punch comes out. Do keep in mind that her armor loses to EX moves and throws, so don't just be going out in the neutral thinking, hey, I can stop and start everything with just throwing out armor. That ain't how it works. It just doesn't. No. Don't even think about it, okay? No. Matter of fact, let's expand on that. 214B, of course, has more startup in general, but it has a lot more reach and a lot more armor. 214A, on the other hand, is quicker, but it has less range. 214B it seems like it's neutral on block, so if you had to press buttons to catch people slipping or just to mash, go for either 5-3 or 5A. It's no biggie. Now, each of her move skills have at least one hit of armor. Matter of fact, her 3BC, her little kick, has multiple hits of armor until she enters the air. Matter of fact, I'll do it right here. No, you just gotta set buttons. There you go. Right there. Now we're gonna sit there and we're gonna get the button. Boom. You see? There we go. Her 2-2 has infinite armor as long as you're in move drive. In fact, it'll only armor as long as you activated move drive. Do not, and I repeat, do not use her moon skill against shields. You will be C or B punished every single time. Don't even bother. Having a great defense is paramount in a game like Melty. So let's say you just wanted to kick back and relax, keep the life lead, and have your opponent carry themselves to their own doom. There's a few ways to get the job done. I mean, other than just shielding off screen, you don't have to piss off every blob that you come across. So let's have at it. Definitely make use of her 2-2C, as it's one of the most versatile specials in the game. It punishes the beginning startup of projectiles and you get a hard knockdown. It's a full screen low, so you can just get a free approach, people. Their only way out of it is going for a shaded B punch.
Well, other than that, that seems to be everything that I can think of regarding this character. Miyako, I mean. Though I do have one thing to say. Yes, Miyako is very annoying to fight against. Take it from me, somebody whose third best character to play as is this character. I understand how aggressive she can be in the neutral and how she's extremely annoying. I know that. If you want more Miyako tech, if you don't like mine, which I would completely understand, if you go on Twitter and you use the Melty Blood type Lumina character tags, you can look up Miyako's character tag, which is just MBTL_MI, and you'll find hidden tech from every character from all over the world, especially Miyako. I highly advise you use those character tags, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on Twitter especially. Check them out, and please believe me, please, you will not be disappointed. Also, I have to make an ending screen for YouTube because I only have one for Twitch, so I'm probably just going to use my Twitch ending screen to end this video. Funk Doc signing off, and remember, peace, love, and funky cool. I'm out of here.
Something like this.